I keep seeing people ask the wrong question. They keep saying, why are American creators suddenly going to Africa? Not just iShowSpeed. It's a lot of American creators. Big ones, small ones, streamers, YouTubers, vloggers, Africa, suddenly. And no, this isn't random. This isn't vacation content. This isn't coincidence. This is a signal. Because let me ask you something real. Why now? Africa has been here. The people have been here. The cities have been here. The culture has been here. So why are American creators suddenly acting like they discovered something? That's the part that matters. Let's stop pretending this is confusing. This isn't some mystery trend. This isn't, wow, Africa is popping now. Africa didn't suddenly become cool. Y'all just finally showed up without a documentary voice and sad piano music. War, hunger, disease, donations, always a problem, never a place. Let's start with the obvious thing nobody wants to admit. The West is tired. Content-wise, culturally, energy-wise, tired. America used to be the center of excitement. Now it's the center of outrage. Rules, cancellations, algorithms choking creativity. Creators are burned out. Same streets, same conversations, same comments, same fake beefs, same say the right thing or disappear. Africa feels alive, not perfect, alive. And no, before someone jumps in, this is not Africa as a paradise fantasy. That's not what this is. This is about contrast. In a lot of African countries, people aren't oversaturated with influences yet. They're not numb. They're not bored. So when a creator shows up, the reaction is human, not calculated. That's addictive if you're a content creator. Let's not pretend algorithms don't play a role. In the US, you have to scream to be heard. In Africa, you show up and people listen. That's not exploitation. That's supply and demand of attention. Creators go where attention is organic. And right now, Africa has organic attention. So now when a creator lands, turns on the camera, and just walks around, laughing, eating, chilling, vibing, people lose their minds. Wait, there's Wi-Fi? Why are the cities so clean? Why are people happy? Why does this look better than my city? This can't be real. This isn't Africa. This is the rich part. No, this is the part you were never shown. And that's where the discomfort starts. Because once you see clean streets, fast internet, packed malls, loud nightlife, confident people, you have to admit something ugly. You were lied to repeatedly, on purpose. And some people would rather argue than accept that. That's why the comment sections are melting down. You Americans shocked that Africans aren't desperate. You've got folks asking why Africans are doing too much. Doing too much for showing love? See, when Africa was suffering quietly, nobody complained. But when Africa is loud, proud, welcoming, and unbothered, now it's weird. American creators aren't coming to Africa out of charity. They are coming because the West is boring. Africa hits different because the energy isn't staged. People aren't cloud dead. Smiles aren't forced. Moments aren't manufactured. That's why the content pops. Not because Africa is being used, but because Africa hasn't been drained of authenticity yet. And that scares people too, because authenticity exposes lies. So why are these American creators running to Africa? That's the big question. They are running away from exhaustion, away from stale culture, away from constant performance, away from an audience that already thinks it's seen everything. Africa still has mystery, still has curiosity, still has room to be surprised. That matters. Now, I already know what some people are thinking. They're using Africa for content. This is clout farming. It'll leave once the hype dies. Maybe. Some will. But ask yourself this. Why wasn't this conversation happening before they showed up? Why did Africa need first-hand footage to be believed? That's not the creator's fault. It's definitely media's failure. So when people say, why are these American creators going to Africa? The real answer is simple. Because the internet is decentralizing. Because also, the internet doesn't need permission to show the truth. The West no longer controls the narrative, no longer controls culture, no longer controls curiosity. And Africa isn't rising, it was just hidden. This moment isn't about content, it's about exposure. Not Africa being exposed, the lie being exposed. So yeah, more creators will come, more actions will go viral, more fragile narratives will crack. So no, American creators aren't running to Africa. They're arriving late. And Africa isn't being discovered. It's being reintroduced correctly for the first time. And the people who are mad, they're not mad at the content. They're mad that the lie didn't survive the internet. And Africa has been ready. Y'all were just late. If you're still here, you clearly like real talk. Don't just watch, lock in. This is Bazooqa TV. Hit that subscribe so you don't miss the next one.